Boom, what's up guys? Dad Dash Industries back here for another day, another dash. We're going to start it out today. Today's going to be an abbreviated day. We're going 4 hours today, 3 to 7. I was expecting to do a little bit longer. Some things came up. If you guys are just tuning in to me, remember, hit that like button, please. Help out the channel. Also, if you're just cruising through the channel, and a lot of you are because I've only got 1 subscriber, so I know I need some help, please hit subscribe if you like the content. All right, so hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that dislike button, whatever. Let YouTube know you're watching and have an opinion. All of it helps. All right. Furthermore, if you're not sure who I am Dad Dash Industries. I work in the gig economy. I came from the corporate world into the gig world. I primarily work DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. Those are my 3 gigs that I like to do. I sprinkle in a little Shipt, a little Instacart, and a little Amazon Flex here and there. But that's my primary. The point of this channel is to take you along with me, show you what I do, show you how I earn, hopefully share some tips and tricks that I learn along the way, and hopefully you can, through the comment section, share with me some tips and tricks as well that you guys have that helps you make money in the gig economy. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Today's goals is $100. As always, we're going to go 4 hours, see how close we can make it to that 100. We're going to be multi-apping. I'm going to be using, as I mentioned, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. We got about a 15-minute ride. When I get my first order, I will jump back in and let you guys know what's going on, let you know what the order is and all the particulars. I will see you guys with the first order. 3, 2, 1, boom! Boom, what's up guys? Dad Dash back here, and I finally made it into my area. It's 45 minutes later. There was a tremendous traffic jam to get in here, so it took me a lot longer than I expected. It's now raining. DoorDash lit up, but I didn't see it in time, so I'm still not active on DoorDash right now. Uber sent me an order while I was in traffic to go further down the road into the traffic jam, which I could not do, for $8, and I said no way. I'm pretty certain it was a no-tip order. I turned it down. It was to go 12.9 miles to go to the Chipotle, but I would have had to continue on that highway for another 3 miles, and it took me so long to come up just to get to my normal starting spot that I said there's no way I could do it. Right now, it's not very busy. You can see this is the Grubhub map there. There's only 1 hot spot, and I did turn on Instacart because it's so slow. Although, man, so I just got a $15.40 15-item order. Although there's a 3-item deal here. What are the items? For $11.01 to go 2.2 miles. I'm accepting the Instacart order. All right, so we're going to get started on Instacart. I just accepted an Instacart batch for $11.01. I'm going to go ahead and get this logged in. And like I said, it's 3 items. It's $2.41 tip, $9 base pay. Got to do something here. I'm not getting any other orders. Like I said, we're 45 minutes into the shift. 3 items, that's not a lot. I'm going to head over to the store now, get everything logged. Guys, I will be back to talk to you after I get done with this Instacart order. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom, what's up guys? I'm back. I just completed the shop part of my Instacart order. And once again, I realized and remember why I hate doing Instacarts. And that's one of the big reasons is because connectivity issues in stores, which I ended up, it was a 3-item shop, but it took me 10 minutes to do because of the fact that I kept having to run outside to click the items, because even the store Wi-Fi wouldn't work properly with the app, and the app was having problems, and then I finally checked out. So I'm about to head. I've got 7 minutes to the customer's drop-off. Good news is I was able to get on the clock with DoorDash at 4:30, so that's in about 15 minutes. And as soon as I get done dropping this order off, I will be on live with DoorDash, as well as I will be live with Uber Eats as well, and of course I'll turn Grubhub back on. So without further ado there, I'm going to get on the road here, get this order dropped off, make this $11.01, and then hopefully get back to my delivery apps. I don't think I'm going to do any more Instacart today unless it's a really nice order, because it's just too frustrating. I can't stand them. I really can't. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, guys. I will see you after this order, and we're back. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom, what's up guys, I'm back. So the Instacart delivery went okay, I guess. I couldn't find the customer, so I had to go through the process. When you can't find the customer, waited for a little while, took a picture, put the delivery in a secure place. Got inundated with absolutely the crappiest DoorDash orders that you could possibly have. And then, of course, I'm using the driver utility helper. And I guess I had put in parameters to accept the order if it was over $12 and over $1.20 a mile. Because they sent me a $14.50 order to Western Sizzlin', whom I do not like to go to because orders are never ready. And it auto-accepted. So, I'm getting ready to head out there for a $14.50 order for 11.7 miles. It's going $1.24 a mile, $1.24 per mile. We'll see if this thing is going to be the disaster I think it is. Last time I went, I actually waited for 25 minutes and was told there was still going to be another 20 minutes on the order, and I had to disconnect the order. Although this time I don't have the completion rate. My completion rate's hanging just below 90% because I had to, I don't like to go below 90. So I'm going to be stuck with whatever it is and have to wait. But it is a $14.50 order at least. So anyways, we'll go from there. So I'm going to go grab this order. I will be back to fill you in once this order gets dropped and delivered. So far today, $11.01 on the board. Of course, with Instacart, you got to wait an hour to see the actual tip if they stick with it. And then you have 24 hours before it's actually confirmed. So anyways, 3, 2, 1, I'll send you guys back in. And I'll see you, hopefully, once I have the food, I can update you, or it might be after I make the delivery. We'll just have to see how it goes and see what's going on here, because we're dealing with a little bit of bad weather, although it looks like the rain is stopping and the sun's coming out. So, hopefully. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So, I'm back. We made that delivery for Western Sizzlin'. It was a $14.50 order, no hidden tip, $10 tip, $4.50 base pay. I knew, which is one of the reasons why when I looked at the map, I said, okay, I'm actually okay with this order. I knew there was a strong possibility that on the way back, I was in a great position to catch some orders from some top Grubhub restaurants in the area. And sure enough, about 5 minutes ago, I caught an order on my way back before I even got into the market for DoorDash for Oishi Sushi for $16.10. So, very happy about that. I just arrived here to pick up the food. I've got to go in. Normally, they do take a little bit of time sometimes, but I'm going to go in here and grab the food, and then we're going to head on out. So, the good news is it looks like the drop-off location for this 2.2 miles away. So $16, 2.2 miles. I was probably about 2 miles from the restaurant when I picked this up. Of course, I always add the starting point from the last drop-off in there, so the miles are a little skewed when I look at them on my sheet. But 2.2 miles from the restaurant. Not bad at all. Really great. It's going to take me 8 minutes once I pick this up. So let me run in here, grab this food, and get on the road. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So I'm back. I went inside, and it looks like it's going to take, they said there's another 10 minutes left of the order. So, given the fact that I've only got an 8-minute drive, debating this would get me, I should have the order by 5:30, and hopefully delivered by 5:40, which would mean I'd have about a 30-minute order, which means I'd still have $32 an hour order. So there's no way I'm giving this order up. So I will wait, and hopefully everything goes smooth with dropping it off. So right now, by my estimate, I've got about another 8 minutes to wait. 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So I wanted to jump back in here. I was getting ready to go in and get the order, and my phone went off, and lo and behold, I got an additional Grubhub order, $10 and, what was it, $10.59 to go only an additional 3 more miles, on my route. So, excellent order. So now I have a $26 order, definitely be completed within the hour. Really, really, really solid. So, anyways, I want to let you guys know that I got to jump in here and grab this order. I will be back soon, and I will let you know how the orders are going. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So I'm on this order. It is a real disaster of an order. I literally went to the drop-off, which I told you was 2 miles away. not 2 miles away. It's actually 7 miles away. It was actually, the lady put in her work address, unfortunately. So I get there, I'm driving all around because there's instructions for an apartment complex, and I'm realizing something's wrong. So I finally drive, park, call the customer, and she says, oh my God, I left my work address in there. I'm like, oh goodness. So she gives me her address, and it is 9 miles away. 15 minutes and 9 miles away. I'd accepted the other order. I've had to call Grubhub, order support. It's just been a freaking nightmare, man. I just can't believe it. So I'm almost to the customer's house now. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, everything will turn out okay with this. My app is screaming at me because I've got this other order. I talked to Grubhub support. I'm like, am I going to lose this order? Because I know Grubhub has done that to me before when they take the order away if they think you're going to think I'm multi-apping. I said, I don't want to get in trouble. This other restaurant, no, I'm noting it. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. So we'll see if I lose the $10 extra order. In the meantime, I had paused my DoorDash. My Dash cut off because the 35-minute timer went up. It's just been a mess. It's been a nightmare. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose this $10 order. And I'll let you guys know what happens once we get back there. And I think I just missed my turn. Great. All right. I'm going to get off here. Bye. Boom. What's up, guys? So I made that order. The system actually had picked up, I guess, that I was at the correct address. So it let me process the arrival, and then it let me process the delivery. Unfortunately, it took the order, the $10 order add-on that I had was taken away from me. Which I had tried to call in and tell the driver support guys. I told you guys earlier that wasn't gonna happen, and it was taken from me with penalty. So I called back into driver support. They did confirm that everything went through on their end as far as me getting paid, and then they said they're sending me a form that I have to appeal my penalty to make sure it doesn't count as a negative on my record with Grubhub. The good news is, while I was on the phone with driver support, I turned back on my Uber, I turned back on my DoorDash, and I got an $11 Uber order, like, heading in the same direction I was going to be heading anyways. So I got a little bit of extra pay there for that. So it kind of worked out. The only bad part is it's 2 extra miles from what it would have been as far as the delivery goes. But it's a Chick-fil-A order. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This Chick-fil-A is normally pretty decent about getting orders out pretty quickly. We'll see how it goes when I get there. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. And I'm going to jump off here and go get this order.
1/4 mile
3,
proceed straight
2,
on
1,
Russell
boom.
Boulevard.
Boom, what's up, guys? So I'm back, and I've got about 8 minutes left of my shift, so to speak, or the time that I can be out. Not at all the profitable night I hoped it would be. It's been kind of a mess, just every shape of the way. The Chick-fil-A order ended up being a no-tip order. It was $11, but it was a no-tip order. So I guess Uber, beefed it up because of where I was at, I guess, mileage-wise. I think there might be a surge or something going on at their surge pay. So anyways, another Uber customer got me for no tip, but it wasn't bad miles-wise, so whatever. I mean, I got paid enough. It's just a shame that the customer didn't have a tip listed. Now, with Uber, they have an hour to tip me. So we'll see what happens in an hour. I'm not hopeful that there will be a tip included, but we'll see what happens. So I'm driving around now. Uber tried to send me an order right away. It was $8 for 11 miles. I turned it down. They then sent me, a little while later, they sent me a $3.28 offer for 7 miles. DoorDash has sent me a couple of orders. They were all, the closest one I thought about taking was a $6.25 Chipotle order for 5.7 miles. But just where it was going to take me was taking me way too far in the opposite direction, and I did not have time to go that direction because of the timing that it was. Had I been in a position for a full shift, or been in the, you know, in the heart of a shift, I would have possibly gone down there. But I don't know. It's one of those tough things. For $6.25, you know, that's real tough. All right, so Silk Tie just got a DoorDash, 6 miles. 3 items. You know what? It's $7.75. I'm going to take it because a lot of these miles are to get to the restaurant. Boom. Done. You bought me DoorDash. So that will give me $60 for tonight, and that'll be my last order. I'm going to go offline now on all the other ones. Like I said, real disappointing situation with Grubhub. Grubhub has not sent me anything else since I lost that order. And they tend to do that once you lose an order or you don't accept an order. They will freeze you out. And of course, I've tried to go in and out. I've tried to, you know, basically restart the app to get them to recognize me. There's a lot of hot spots. I was sitting right at a hot spot for Grubhub, and it really doesn't matter. Like I said, they're going to freeze you out. So, anyways, going to go to Silk Tie restaurant, pick this final order up, and I will be back. And then I'll do a recap later on tonight at the house once I sit down with my numbers, go over exactly where everything fell in. It started out very positive. Started out like like I said, we were making 20 plus an hour for hours that I would call down hours. And then things got messy. So, and messed up our earnings. So I don't think it's going to be a great shift, but you know, we earned something, right? So we'll see how many miles we drove and all the good stuff. All right, guys, gonna jump off here. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So I'm back, and on my way to go get the $7.75 order from the Thai restaurant I was going to deliver from. I got a Wingstop order added on for $9.75 and only 5 more miles. Or, yeah, 5 more miles. So it's a total of about 11 miles for $18, all kind of heading in the same direction. A direction I'm going to be heading anyways for where I have to go after this. So this will be my final order of the night. I will come back on once I get these orders dropped off, give you guys a summary, and then we're wrap it up when I do my wrap up later tonight. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? So I completed that final order. Ended up with pretty smooth drop off at both places. I like I said, it was a stacked order. So I completed the first order, and I had to drive about 7 miles after that one. So like I said, it all went pretty smooth. I am now done. I am wrapped up, and I've turned off all the apps. However, as I was turning the apps off, Grubhub did finally shoot me an order. Thought I had turned it off, actually, but it somehow got turned back on. So, and then they shot me a $14 order from that sushi restaurant. It was one that was going to take me, you know, way too far down the road with the time I have. I could not go that direction. So I had to turn it down for distance. But I am now heading home, or well, not home, but I'm heading to my obligation that I've got to go to. So I will, in a little while, when I get home, after I get home, sit down, crunch the numbers, go over the shift, break it down for you. I'll throw up the montage, collect it. I believe the Uber Eats order, it doesn't look like I got a tip on that. Still showing $11, so I don't think it's going to change. And the interesting thing is, and you'll see that when I flip it up, is that order had actually been sitting there for almost an hour at Chick-fil-A when I picked it up. I guess it must have started as a really low ball order and eventually matured into an order that I took, thinking, like I said, it was $11 for 5 miles, for 5.4 miles. So I said, hey, why not? You know, it's a little bit different than the no-tip orders on DoorDash. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will see you guys in the wrap up a little bit later. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and cue up the montage, and once that gets done, it'll be time to sit down and review the numbers. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you real soon. See you on the other side of the montage, and for me, it'll be a couple hours later. 3, 2, 1, boom! Boom, what's up, guys? Dad Dash here. So last talk was ending my shift. It's a couple hours later, and I want to kind of go over and do a little recap for you of exactly how the shift went. I'm going to break the orders down. Encountered some very interesting things that you guys saw in the ride along. And I'm going to kind of give you a little deeper details on that. So bear with me here. So let's pop the first slide up there. All right, so you're going to see the first delivery I had today was Instacart. Started out with an initial offer of $11.01. I traveled 9 miles for that order. The miles to money ratio was $1.22 a mile. I worked 37 minutes. Projected hourly rate was $17.85. The final payout ended up being $11.01. And my tip on that order was $2.61. And as I mentioned in the ride along, right when I was giving you guys my opinions right after the order was finished, the big issue with these Instacart orders is connectivity within the stores. And this one took much longer than it should have for the shop. The shop was supposed to take me 5 minutes and 37 seconds. It ended up taking me 11 minutes in the store. And it was mainly due to connectivity issues because I literally had to keep running in and out from, I tried to hook to the Wi-Fi and everything, and it just would not hook up. All right, so the next order, go ahead, let's flop that up there. So next order was a DoorDash order. This order came in, I use or have started using recently the driver's utility hub or helper. I guess it's not hub, it's helper. And I set the auto accept to $12, a minimum of $12, and it had to be the equivalence of $1.20 or more a mile. Now the way it read, because again, as I have explained, when I track my mileage, I always begin the mileage from the last drop off, and then I ended at the next drop off. That's just how I track my miles. So my miles to money is a little lower than what the app tracked, but the DoorDash app, because I was already, heading away from that person's home and in a little bit of a different position, tracked it as like $1.24 a mile. As a result, it accepted the order automatically for me, and it took me way outside my zone. However, I was okay with it because I knew there was a couple Grubhub restaurants that I was going to be coming across, although in the end that didn't really work out well either, and we'll get to that in a minute. The nice part about this order is it was my highest tip of the day. So the initial offer was $14.50. I traveled 13 miles. My miles to money was $1.12. I worked the order for 30 minutes from start to finish. My projected hourly rate ended up being $29 an hour for this order. Final payout ended up being $14.50. No hidden tips on this one. Tip amount was $10, and it was my highest tip of the day. So it turned out to not be so bad of an order, because on the way back, it only took about 5 minutes for me to get my next order. Let's go ahead and pop that one up. And that was a Grubhub order. And just like I called it, it was a sushi place that I know always is giving pretty good size, pretty decent orders. And this one was no different. It was $16.10. And this order seemed like it was going to be a great order. So it started out with $16.10. Now again, those 18 miles that you see there listed as the miles traveled is not really 18 miles, because that was including miles back from the last one, because I picked this up minutes after I left the house of the previous order, which was kind of a little bit of a distance, and I always start my tracking from that house. So 18 miles traveled, 95 cents miles to money. Now this is where it gets interesting. I worked it for 60 minutes, and you're going to go, wait a minute, why would you think this is a good order? Well, if you remember back, and if you go back into the ride-alongs, you're going to see when we started out this order, it was only 2 miles from the merchant. So this order was a very good order. When I got to the merchant, I got there. They said there was going to be about a 10-minute wait. I was okay with that because I had a 6-minute distance from the merchant to the drop-off, or what I thought was the drop-off. So I waited 10 minutes. I picked up the food. I got to the drop-off, and it turns out that this individual left their work address in the app, because I noticed that the instructions inside the app did not match the address, because it took me to a business that was closed. So I got on the phone with the customer and found out that the actual drop-off was 10 miles and 15 minutes down the road. So I called Grubhub. They did give me $1 extra to cover my miles. Not really nearly enough. Now, the sad part about this whole thing was as I was leaving the restaurant, I had got an add-on, a $10.59 add-on, making this total order to be $26.69. An excellent order. The nice part about that add-on is it was only a total of 5 miles added on, including the 2 miles it would take to go from where the original drop-off was to the restaurant, and then another 3 miles from the restaurant to the customer. I had mapped it all out. The total order was going to take about 50 minutes to complete, about 45 minutes to complete total for both orders at $26, leaving me plenty of time to possibly pick up another order. This whole thing blew up in my face because I ended up having to drive that order to an address that was not in the app. I called Grubhub, followed all procedures for that. However, because I was at the address that it was supposed to be at, it triggered me as arrived. So the app began treating me as if I was riding, as if I was supposed to be on the next order, even though I wasn't. I tried to talk to Grubhub about this, and I still got to fill out a bunch of paperwork for this tonight. But essentially, it gave me a strike and took the second order from me. Now, I was told I have to fill out some paperwork, get it to my driver specialist, and they're going to take care of it. There's plenty of notes on this thing. But it ended up taking me 60 minutes between the time I was on the phone with driver support and having to go to the new location, which turned out to be an apartment complex, which had some walking and was not a very convenient place to have to drop off. But we got it done. Unfortunately, my projected hourly rate ended up being $17.10. My final payout was $17.10. It was the second highest tip of the day for $9.31. So, the good news is I got an order relatively quickly. Let's pop that up on the screen. Alright, so the next order I got was from Uber Eats. It was for $11. It was for 5.4 miles. Now, as you see there's 7 miles there. That is because, as I mentioned, I always add that. I always start my mileage tracking from the last order. So it was still a decent miles to money, $1.57 miles to money. 24 minutes worked, $27.50 projected hourly. It was to Chick-fil-A. Final payout, here's where the problem begins. As soon as I ended the order, I noticed that it popped up $11 right away, which told me we had a no-tip order. So this order, the second thing was when I looked in the app and saw when the order began, it had begun an hour and 40 minutes prior to drop-off. And, of course, when I got to Chick-fil-A, the order was already ready. It was sitting in there. I knew something had to be amiss because most of the time there's at least a little bit of a wait time. And I thought, wow, Chick-fil-A's really on the money tonight. Turns out it's because it was a no-tip order. That order was one that Uber Eats is very famous At least in my area, that thing probably started out somewhere around $4 to $5 and worked its way up to $11. To eventually, I saw it. It made sense in every aspect, from projected hourly to minutes worked to miles to money to all of it. And I took it. So, and it didn't have a tip. So it's disappointing, but that's how it is. So let's move on to the next order. The next order, pop it up on the screen. All right, you see it there. Delivery number 5 was a DoorDash order. This actually ended up being a stacked order. I treated them as 2 separate orders. So it started out as a $7.75 order, and it ended up being 12 miles driven. This is because after I got done with that Uber Eats order, I got hit with several orders that were offered to me. An $8 order for 12 miles, and just on and on and on. $3, $4. Got hit with some DoorDash offers that were terrible. And then I finally got this one here that was $7.75 for, actually it was for 6.4 miles. For 5.4 miles. But that was coming from, I was 3 miles from the store, and I immediately detected that this drop-off was only 2 miles from the store I was picking up at. So I went ahead and took it. The miles represented on here, miles to money, is not as terrible as it seems. It was 65 cents, but it was really probably somewhere around $1.20 if you just look at where I picked this order up at from the interstate and where I was already at. I just drove a lot of dead miles afterwards, trying to find an order really quick because I didn't have time to park. I needed to get it on. I needed to get one quickly because I was running out of time. This cost me 24 minutes of my time for a projected hourly rate of $19.38. My final payout was $7.75. There was no hidden tip, and it was a $5 tip, so it really wasn't too bad. I think this is representative when you look and compare these orders to seeing just how little DoorDash is paying its actual drivers in comparison to, say, Grubhub and Uber Eats, as you saw, where Uber Eats paid me $11 on a no-tip order, and Grubhub was paying as much as $7, $8 to $9 on these orders that were very similar in miles and things of that nature. So the next thing that happens is as I was arriving at the store, I got this next order at a store that was right next door. Now, the way I treat these orders is I just add them in as 2 different orders, and I begin the tracking for miles and time as soon as I make the drop off of the first order. So it's a little skewed, but it all kind of balances out in the end of the day. This was a DoorDash order. It was for $9.75. It's for 5 miles traveled, $1.95 miles to money, 15 minutes worked, $39 projected hourly. Final payout was $9.75, and the tip amount was $5. This is the best miles to money ratio and best projected hourly rate of the shift. So this turned out to be a pretty decent way to end the night. All right, let's add it up there. Go ahead, put it up there. Yep, there it is. All right, so final stats of the day are as follows. I worked 3.93 hours. I made a total gross revenue of $71.11. My net take home after I took out my deductions was $57 and taxes was $57.94. Had a 19% tax rate. Full hourly rate, and the full hourly rate is the full amount of time I was out from start to finish. $18.08. My actual delivery rate, this is just adding up the time I was delivering, was $22.46. So I am trying to work hard to close the gap between those two. I like to have my delivery rate well north of $30 an hour. If it is, my full hourly rate normally runs in about 25 or more an hour. So that's always what I'm trying to do here. Miles to money was an average day. It was $1.11 miles to money. Anything over $1, I like to see it over $1 to me is an average day. Miles driven was 64, and the actual gas mileage cost, because I'm driving a Prius, is way down. It only cost me $5.82. So you could take that down. If you take that out of that $57 net take home, really about a $52 day. So overall, it wasn't a bad shift. I thought it was okay. Like I said, there was, especially given the troubles and problems that were had, Like I said, I would have loved to have been able to avoid some of those things and not have had that happen. And I think, honestly, the pace I was going, I could have very easily hit $100 for this shift had I not run into the problems that I had there at the with some of those orders. I was pacing very well. I started out very strong, especially for the time of day that it was, and it was building up and revving up. And then, of course, like I said, I hit a couple of spots that set me back a little bit. And unfortunately, due to time constraints, I was not able to recover from those. But I am quite certain I would have very easily hit $100 with no problem had those things not occurred. I will be back out tomorrow. I'm going to do some localized around the house dashing where I'll have my app on due to family reasons. I will not be heading into my normal market that I go to where I, get a pretty good flow of orders. The issue with that is I end up seeing Grubhub and Uber Eats because I'm not technically in the market I'm supposed to be in. They do slow down a bit for me. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I will be trying to document as much as I can tomorrow. I may just do a recap at the end of the day, depending on how consistent I am able to get out. I may just try to do maybe an hour or 2 hour ride along or something like that, or it may just be a full out, just straight recap. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good evening. Keep dashing. Don't get frustrated. There's a lot of challenges out there, especially with the slow times that we're in. But just keep to the fundamentals and keep multi-apping. That's the key right now, I think, to everyone surviving. To try to see as many orders as you can, and don't give up your fundamentals, even if you're turning down a lot of orders, because eventually you're going to get one that's going to make sense. All right, guys. I will see you on the other side. 3, 2, 1, boom. Boom. What's up, guys? Dad Dash back here again. Video's over, but I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. If you like this video today, please hit that like button. Share this video with anybody out there who's a DoorDash driver, Uber Eats driver, Grubhub driver. I'm going to be trying to put more tips, tricks, strategies out. Like I said, I'm new at this, so this is a journey I'm on with you guys, and I really love your support. I'm trying to build the channel one subscriber at a time. So if you do subscribe, please put a comment in the notes so I can thank you for the subscription. Like I said, I am a new channel. I've only got one subscriber, but we're going to keep going at this. So just want to pop in here at the end for a little blurb. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. 3, 2, 1. I'm really going away this time. Boom.